All right, I'm Paul. This is my first YouTube video. I'm up north, Haliburton area in Ontario, Canada. And today we are gonna take a look at a boat. All right, as you can see here, we have what looks like to be a 14-foot thin, crappy aluminum boat. Most pieces are broken, but today we're gonna fix it by throwing some FlexSeal at it. So the first thing we have to do is we're gonna flip this boat over and see how bad it is. And that's easy to do when you have a boat that is so cheap that one man can lift it, such as. All right, so as I was saying, we have a boat with a hole. And here we are. We have a big old slit of the aluminum. And as I said before, we bought some materials and we're gonna try and fix this in a few minutes by using some flex tape. Sorry, flex spray. Oh, and flex paint too. It seems FlexSeal doesn't seal or stick after all. We're gonna read the directions, take a look at this, and see if we can get this stuff to work properly, because it's obviously broken. Before we fix that leak, we're gonna fix the leak that can really sink a boat fast. And that's the drain plug. Let me show you something. Neglected boats. If you're in a real bind, oh yeah, you get the duct tape. Or you get something that won't go in because the boat's been smashed beyond recognition. So we're gonna have to look at a different solution here. All right, so now we're looking at another problem, and that is actual whipper. Got it? We're gonna do that right now. As you can see, this is our problem. We have the wrong size hole, so we cannot deal with this. There was duct tape in it, and we have a bashed inside of the boat. That we can do something about. I think the best course of action here actually is, I've seen this actually on some do-it-yourself repair videos, and the person uses the back part of the foot to softly beat the boat back into, there we go. See, it was almost nothing. And I'm more relaxed. Well, after this guy, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this patch as well. And because we have a lot of FlexSeal, we're not gonna worry about this one. And now, we're going to take a look at the hole from the inside and see what we can do to fix up this wonderful specimen. And we're going to marinize this boat. That's what we're doing today. All right, so what we're going to look at here is we've taken a look at some of the holes. We are going to have to deal with the mushroom plug in the corner, which has been in this boat for a long time. I replaced it yesterday. It had duct tape, but as you can see, it is absolutely toast, cracked. Not going to hold water. So that's one thing we're going to have to deal with. We have great tow ropes for tubing behind the trolling motor, which is not going to happen. And we have another leak here, which we're going to check when we get on the water. We haven't checked that one. We only got as far as getting the nose of this thing in the water, and then we started filling up. So if you can see here, this here is all the fiberglass repair that someone's done. Good old fiberglass repair on an aluminum boat. Very good. I guess this person hasn't heard of a TIG welder or talent, unfortunately. So we're going to take a look at that one. That's going to be the major one. We don't want to mess it up too much because of it not being our boat, but we are going to try and make a discreet repair there. As for places like this, we're just going to put the boat in the water and we're going to see if it sinks, because it's not a great boat and we're not going to invest a ton of time in it not being a great boat. All right, so here's where we're at now. Glasses, check. Hat, working position. So we're going to read all the labels on here and we're going to find it. We're going to read everything we can basically and find out what's going on here. FlexSeal, liquid rubber in a can. That sounds good. Black, stops leaks forever. Oh, stop leaks fast. It's not forever. See, the problem with this is that without actual magnifying glass, all these dangers and stuff, you can't read them. So that means it's okay. If you can't read them, you weren't meant to. Well, I was going to go out of my way and read these directions and figure out what's going on. But apparently, as seen on TV, I think I've seen it. So we're going to do the right thing and go for it. Let's go. So here's our crack. It says to shake this can for 2 minutes straight. Well, that should be good. That was about 2 minutes. So we're going to give this a little spray here. I'm not actually doing it, so nothing's coming out. Other sound effects, though. Nothing like a good production value. My son tells me that. So I'm going to do that in actual terms, but this way I don't waste as much. So here we go. We're going to get... Oh, I missed. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, I was just kidding. It's not no. Oh, but I did miss, and it's really hard with the camera, and I'm new at this, so I'm not gonna look at the camera. I'm gonna look at what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Oh, she's drinking her up. Okay. Well, I think there we should just about be able to. I think we're done. Okay. Well, we might look at the other side, or we might just float her at this point. I think we've taken a big step in the right direction. And not having directions or needing them, I say we're good. That works. All right, so we have a seam here. We've been filling up this fiberglass seam. We're just making a little puddle in between, and I'm gonna go ahead and just try and just fill up this, just fill up this massive crack. Oh yeah, pour in there. And I think with 8 or 10 more coats, we're gonna be good to go. All right, well, I think at this point, we're gonna let this dry. We have filled in any gaps that we can, and we'll go out and have a little bit of lunch and come back and see if it's dry enough to throw in the water, and if it's not, we'll throw it in the water anyway. That works. Well, my helper, my son, just reminded me behind the camera that we do have a new one of these, and I should pop it in. It's a 1-inch, like so cheap, like $5. But the best part about them is they stop your boat from sinking, and I found in the past that you can save a ton of duct tape. All right, well, the next step we need to do is get up to this cabin. There is actually a trolling motor for this boat, and there's a couple of marine batteries up in the trickle charging up in this little hut here that you can see. So we're just gonna go take a peek here and see if they're done, and I'll just show you what we're working with. Okay, so we have batteries. Deep cycle marine batteries, and we have a charger. It is a 3 amp 12 volt charger, and we have fired that up and we have charged the batteries. We were yesterday ready to go out for our excursion, but the boat began to sink, so we kind of kiboshed that. Here we have the motor. It's a trolling motor. It has directions. Swing up in shallow water, protect propeller. Okay, I think they need to be more worried about the boat maybe than the propeller, but so those are what we have there. We're gonna take those and we are gonna get them down to the lake, and we're gonna prepare for launch when that FlexSeal is totally dry. Right. Okay, so we gotta get this in the water. We've taken a look at the front. We decided to put some more FlexSeal in. I think you saw that. And that was about 10 minutes ago. So we were going to wait for that to dry. So we're not going to do that. And we're going to put the boat in the water. And we're doing a test to see if FlexSeal will still seal when it's not completely cured. Here we go. We're ready to put her in. We're going to float her. We got a couple of oars. We got a life jacket. We got some FlexSeal. And we've got a lot. Well, we don't have any optimism because there's going to be lots of leaks. So let's see how she goes in. Give her a little pull. Try not to destroy it. Pull the way down, baby. Oh, there's water in there. Yeah. FlexSeal, no. Well, it still leaks like a sieve. If you do not let FlexSeal dry, good things don't happen, really. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little cry, and then we're gonna get this back up on show, and I think we'll just try and get a little bit more on there. We might tackle it from the other side. It is a good place to drip some into the other side, where the aluminum's cracked, and I mean it's not leaking now. Alright, here's the plan. It doesn't leak when there's no one in the front, so we're not going to sit in the front. We're going to pull this guy out and we're going to get over to the other dock, mount the motor, put the battery in, take her for a test drive, make sure we don't sink. If we do, the video's done. If we don't, maybe we'll fix it a bit more. Alright. We're going to go get the motor, we're going to get the battery, we're going to give this a little try. Our leak is not underwater. It doesn't look like we have any other major leaks except for by the back end where the aluminum down here, we think there's a crack in the aluminum. Right now, quick little show how to tie a quick boat knot. You take your ring, You put through a circle, pull up your circle, turn it, take another circle, pull it through, and yank. And then you can make it look, whoops, really nice. By repeating her up, we need to take it out, so they all come out at once. All right,
good.
We got the motor, we got the battery. Let's take this stuff down and see if she floats or sinks or runs or dones. All right, we have the motor and we are going to try and install it. Doesn't look hard. Got a throttle here, something about battery life up here, and a little click down. Let's lift this sucker in. Cables are allowed to get wet. So what we're going to do, tilt her up a little bit because we seem like we're on the bottom. And then we're going to center this. And we're going to start just tightening it down. Looks like there's just kind of one position it sits, but you always want to make sure, watch this, pull it forward, yeah. It's always one place that it wants to sit, but you want to make sure that the back of the motor is along the transom, because you don't want to be clamping something that's on an angle. Also, you want to make sure it's in the center of the transom. Just makes it easier. I mean, we want to make it less difficult here. Okay, so it looks like we got one. Looks like we got the engine out of the... Hey, I'm going somewhere! Oh, it's my dog. He's trying to get in the boat. This is cool. All right, what do you say? Get the battery in next, and we're going to give her a go. I might even put on a life jacket. Okay, so I have the battery here. We got in the boat. It seems like our weight's going to always be a problem, so I'll probably get my son to sit on the other side as well. I'm keeping the battery out of the back of the boat because of that destroyed bottom that we were kicking in. I don't think that's very good for rigidity. So we have our two leads. They're pretty wet. I'm going to dry them off a little bit. And we're going to see if we have power. Positive to positive. And negative. Negative. Upside down, of course. That's pretty actually neat. All right, there we got that. We look like we have power. And we have thrust. Let's, we're gonna get this untied and let's head out for our maiden voyage. All right, I found reverse, which is good because I almost drove into the dock. We have power. We don't have active water coming in. We are gonna go to the drive position. And I think we can lower this guy. And here we go. Now let's reverse again. Okay, we're gonna try forward. Look at this. Take a look. Take a look. Oh my gosh, we got her
running.
We're literally pushing 75% throttle here. All right, well, we found a minor problem here. It looks like the transom of the boat is so rotten and horrible that we're gonna have to tighten these down. But if you look in front of us, we've got more important things to worry about. We have a very upset little puppy dog here. And we're gonna get him in. Okay, come on in. Come on, down here. Come. Oh, what do you think of that? Yeah, she won't float right. She won't sink right away. We'll get some warning. Come on, Bailey. On the seat. Here, stop here. Get him on the seat. Hey, right there. Bailey, right there. Get him. No, here.
Come here.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Okay.
Yes? Oh.
I don't think he doesn't. Good.
All right, it looks like we're motoring. We're gonna go up to 100. We're gonna try and get rolling across the lake. We are going toward the wind, so we're gonna probably be blown home. And we got a dog, and a young man, and a battery, and a boat, and a motor. And honestly, I don't think we really have any leaks. So, you come to a cottage, nothing's great. You need a boat. It's not great. FlexSeal, it's great, but if you don't know how it works, it's not going to stick. All right, well, we've got the motor kind of figured out. We've got it trimmed out. We're turning right now. I'm picturing at max speed. Maybe we're going to push miles an hour, maybe 3. But you're at the cottage. You want to go fishing. You don't care about fishing. You want to go for a cruise with your dog. I like to make videos about whatever I'm doing. I like motorcycles. I like cars. I like jumping my truck sometimes. I don't know. I'd love it if you guys came along for the ride. Don't know where it's going. I decided this morning to start a YouTube channel. My son's been helping me, and I hope to see you guys again. All the best. That works.